Just before I get into the review, guys, this is a real life event, so I don't know if I'm gonna be spoiler-free for this movie because, if you know the event, you know what happens. Just a warning, guys. Sully is the newest film directed by Clint Eastwood, which tells the story of Chelsea Sullenberger, known as Sully, who saved these 155 passengers from this flight that was going to leave from like New York and go to like Ohio, I think. And once they take off, a couple minutes in, you know, some birds get into the wings of the airplane and it shuts down the airplane, and it's up to him and his first in command and everybody that's working in the airplane at the time to bring back the flight down safely and have all the crew calm down the passengers, and then have Sully and Jeff Stiles, played by Eric Eckhart, try to save this plane without them getting harmed or anything. I wasn't sure how they were gonna make the film of this. I was intrigued that this event, while being big, didn't take that long. So I was like, how are they gonna work around it? And then Flight came out a couple years ago, so I was like, are they gonna tell the story where the event happens and then the aftermath, how they try to frame the guy, and then to see just what the events are after, how the passengers are after the events. And it was a unique take the way they decided to do it. They didn't, the editing wasn't in chronological order, but it didn't feel like the movie was all over. It still contained some kind of story, and I was satisfied with the way the product came out. It felt like instead of just telling you like originally how you would have the event, maybe a little bit of origins before, just a little bit to get ready of all these characters that we're gonna see, and then have the aftermath after. They decided to just start the film, get to the case already, see how everybody turned out, and just have this process of the court case of is Sully to blame for these events, or was he just doing his job, and was he a hero, or are there layers to it? And I loved how we kept harking back to the main event of the airplane, and I felt like it was a refreshing take to see, because the story was not like boring or anything. It wasn't slow paced, but I felt like the story was good how it was told, and I like how we kept cutting back to keep it somehow just from the movie not being boring or anything. And then it was good how they went in and then went out, and they made it at least somehow connect well to why we needed to go to the flashbacks and then come back. But just the movie, the way it looked, it felt so cool and refreshing and calm, and I just love seeing how just the film was presented, and I feel like it added to the film just a sense of insecurity, and it added like to how the characters, our main characters, felt. And then just seeing the airplane, just the event itself, it's not the best CGI, but just to tell the story, I was still on the edge of my seat, even though what the events are. And it's just something to look how technologically advanced our CGIs come nowadays, and it's impressive just to look like every shot and just how to duplicate this terrible event. I actually felt the emotion. I felt like every person really was in danger, and then after that, just seeing Tom Hanks coping with it. Tom Hanks, I said this before with Jeff Bridges, I'll say Tom Hanks too. He is an actor that people look out for. Every time a movie comes out, we want to see how great he is. And saying that he was great in this movie just doesn't do it anymore, because how great he can be with his acting. But this is another one to add into his resume of great films, for his acting wise. Aaron Eckhart gives some of the best performance in a while. Probably one of his best since The Dark Knight. He did a good job making the dialogues just keep you interested so you won't get bored throughout. And the movie's not that long. It sets on its point that it needs to go, and then that's it. We are here to learn some stuff, to just see how people deal with stuff, and once we get our solution, then we're off. And you just wanted Sully, you know, to prove that he was right, that he's a hero. And to me, in my opinion, he was a hero. Not everything needs to be blamed. And you didn't need to, you know, hide who he truly was. He was a hero. He needed to save these people, and it shows the humanity versus technological advancements. You know what can happen. You know, you don't know until you're there. Having 9/11 past these couple of days, the memorial, and just seeing this and seeing people that, even though we have different races, different ethnicities, just different mindsets, we all came together for that one day to help people. It accomplished it so well. I'm gonna have to get Sully a B+. It just portrays humanity in a great way. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Sully, what you guys think of it. Did you guys love it or hate it? Let me know, guys, what's your favorite Tom Hanks film in the comments below. And as always, roll on Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.